Planning to go to college soon? And still wondering what are the best college majors to get a high paying job in the USR? Well, today we're going to talk just about them. And not only what those majors are, but also how much you can expect to earn if you choose those majors. Whether you're in a high school and looking for a direction to take, or just want some facts at your disposal, this video has everything you want. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Now, before we move forward, it's important to understand the importance of choosing the right major that aligns with your future goals and interests. Considering the rising competition in the job market, it's not enough to just hold a college degree. What's required is to understand the value you'll be getting out of it. So it's really important to choose the majors wisely. If someone decides to go to college, they're kind of locking down 4 to 5 years and are willing to spend thousands of dollars. Then why not choose a major which can justify the cost and the effort, right? Which college majors are worth your time and effort? To help you out, I've compiled a list of some of the top majors which are high in demand. These majors not only guarantee high-paying jobs in the US, but also offer future-proof lucrative careers. So let's get started. Now, first on the list is majoring in computer science. Now, this has to be one of the best majors if you're aiming for a career in tech industry. Computer science graduates earn some of the highest starting salaries if you compare it with any other major. I'd say if pay is important to you, computer science major should rank towards the top of your list. Now, I know it can be a little bit overwhelming, but computer science can be highly rewarding. It gives you those skills that are highly marketable and it can open the doors for multiple job opportunities for you. Computer scientists have their hands in everything, be it educational tools and driverless vehicles to data mining in healthcare, cybersecurity, robotics, artificial intelligence. I mean, this major can guaranteed open the gates for huge variety of high-paying jobs like software engineers or solution architects or cybersecurity analysts, and the list goes on and on. Also, if you are an international student, this major can be ideal for you. The technology sector in this country does offer thousands of job opportunities every year, making it ideal to choose a degree which is like tech focused. That's the reason why it's pretty popular, especially among the foreign students who are coming to the US for their education. I mean, what's better than having a computer science degree to seal the deal, right? Another reason why it's popular among the students who are coming from overseas for their education is the return on investment. Now, what I mean by that is when compared to other majors like English honors or arts or business education, which have much less employment opportunities and lower salaries, computer science major is one of the best bang for your buck. Graduates with computer science major can earn as much as $83,000 annually in the first year after graduation. And who wouldn't want that kind of money, right? I mean, if a person is spending thousands of dollars plus some good years of their lives and also have to live on the other side of the planet away from home, it is kind of obvious and I would say sensible to look for what you're getting in return after sacrificing so much, right? Another good reason which makes this major even more likable among the foreign students is that students with computer science major get to work on OPT for 3 years, because it falls under STEM category. So it gives them those additional years to establish their careers and, have a settled life in the US if they want to. In fact, according to US Bureau of Labor Statistics, demand of these professionals is only going to grow. So more opportunities are on the way. So if you're looking for a career where there's always room for intellectual development and you like learning something new, computer science major can be an ideal choice for you. Now, next on the list is cybersecurity. Now, why I chose this major to put on the list is because jobs related to cybersecurity are predicted to rise at an incredible rate. In fact, it is anticipated that job growth in this sector, in cybersecurity sector, will increase by 37% every year for the next decade. These jobs are in high demand and the need for more security professionals does not appear to be going away anytime soon. Now, as we all know that the business environment all over the world is changing and every other business that we can think of is shifting online, be it a grocery store or a clothing store or schools or colleges, literally everything. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's actually good for us, right? But the problem here is with the shift in this trend, the frequency of cyber attacks have also increased. I mean, every now and then we see some company is being targeted with a cyber attack. We all have heard about the Facebook's data breach, right? But this is something we heard because the company is a giant firm. There are countless attacks that take place, but we never get to know about them. So the problem here is huge that we are talking about. And literally no one is immune to that. It has kind of put everyone on a spot where it's kind of unavoidable to not use proper security measures, not use proper cyber security measures. In fact, I was reading multiple reports recently, and as per the reports, there will be like 1.8 million cybersecurity job openings by the year of 2022. And that's a big number. Okay, so if we talk about what it is like to be majoring in cybersecurity, well, as the name suggests, if you choose this as your career choice, if you choose like cybersecurity as your career choice, you'll be taking care of the cybersecurity. You'll have to stay on top of all the threats and keep an eye out for any kind of security breaches in your organization. Your job would be basically to protect your company from any kind of crimes and cyber criminals. Now, the question pops, why are there so many vacancies in this field? Well, to be honest, answer to that question is there aren't enough qualified professionals to match the demand. Cybersecurity professionals are amongst the highest paid in the technology sector. That's also because there aren't enough qualified professionals for the job. Now, let's move on to how much you can earn by making a career in this field. The average income for a cybersecurity analyst at the entry level can be more than $80,000 a year. And as you move up the career ladder, your earning potential definitely increases, like significantly. You can work with huge tech businesses or even for the government. There's definitely a lot of need for cybersecurity measures in the government nowadays, specifically in the space and defense sector. To sum it up, there's a lot of need for cybersecurity professionals in every sector, be it finance or government or health sector or basically any other sector. So finding a job shouldn't be a problem, that's for sure. Now next we're going to talk about is engineering. Well, year after year, engineering jobs are still paid the highest average starting salary. Then how can we take this option off the table? Engineering is still one of the most lucrative and in-demand career choices, with multiple job types as well as salaries that can exceed $100,000 per year. Now, I'm not going to talk about a specific major here because there are so many. I mean, you pick a field and there's literally an engineering degree for that. And the best part is, it's highly unlikely that you'll not get a stable job after having an engineering degree. That's the power of engineering. Well, having said that, if you're looking for a very specific type of job career, you might want to do some research and check what kind of job opportunities that specific industry holds. For example, let's say you are interested in agricultural engineering, and that's the only industry where you want to establish your career. In that case, I would say it would be ideal to check the future job opportunities in that field, plus pay scale, plus what kind of lifestyle it supports, basically the usual things, right? But if you don't care to work in a specific industry and only wish to have a stable career, any engineering degree should be able to give you that, right? I mean, I've seen many examples in my own family. Family members who have like thriving careers now in technology space after holding a mechanical degree. Again, that's the power of engineering. You will have a stable career and a stable job. Now, if I really have to list a few majors that offer good opportunities, they would be computer engineering, then there's mechanical engineering, then there is biomedical engineering, aerospace engineering. Now, if you talk about the annual average salary of an engineer, it is somewhere between $80,000 a year to $90,000 a year. Depending on the industry, of course, and your job profile, it can vary. Another fact that I really wanted to share with you, which makes this interesting, which makes the engineering field more interesting, is that according to the BLS, that is the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the engineering field projects are expected to have an employment growth of nearly 140,000 new jobs. That means like 140,000 more jobs will be created in like next 10 years. That's something we should all look forward to, right? And the bottom line is, no matter which one you choose, which engineering major you choose, it is well worth the time and the effort. Now, next on the list is healthcare majors. Just like engineering, you can't really go wrong with healthcare. In fact, it is one of the fastest growing sectors in the US. For every job vacancies, like for every 10 job vacancies, 6 are in healthcare. Majority of the highest paying occupations are in healthcare. If we talk about the average salary, Average salary of a primary care physician is more than $200,000 a year. And if you go for specialization, well, you have hit the jackpot. My point is, you can't go wrong with healthcare industry. But the problem with this industry is that nothing comes easy. There are like years and years of grilling involved. You have to be really passionate about it, and you have to work really hard for years to even kickstart your career. And I'm not saying that you don't have to work hard in other sectors. You still have to go work hard in every other field, no matter what you choose. But the time isn't a problem. At the max, if you go to like an engineering college for a bachelor's degree, you'll be done in like 4 years, and after that you can expect to have a good job. But in healthcare, it's not the case. However, there are some positions that require lesser years of education while paying salaries as high as $100,000 or more. I'm just going to list two of those options for now. One of them is physician assistant, not to be confused with physicians. They are usually known as PAs, and their work is to assist the physicians and the surgeons in diagnosing and treating patients. Now, if you want to become a physician assistant, you can become in a span of 6 years, assuming you have cleared the examination and you're holding a valid license by then. The average salary of a PA can be around $100,000 a year. And the best part is that the requirement for PA is going to increase in the future, and that is by like 37%. That's a huge number, right? So this could be a great option for you if you're like really passionate about healthcare. Another option that I would like to talk about is ultrasonography. Now, I know I have gone a little off track and I started off with majors. Now I'm telling you like about specific jobs that you can target, but I really felt that this is important, so I didn't really want to miss this out. Now, heading back to ultrasonography. The name says it all. If you become a sonographer, you will be using sonography equipments to diagnose medical conditions. Well, it's not as simple as it sounds, but let's not dive deep into this right now. If you want me to make a detailed video about this, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so the direct route to become a sonographer is to gain an Associate of Science degree in diagnostic medical sonography. It takes around like 2 years of study, and it must be accredited. If you already hold an appropriate health degree, for example, an Associate of Science degree in Allied Health or a Bachelor's of Science, then you may be able to enter into this field with the addition of 1 year certification. And if we talk about how much you can earn, well, the average salary changes from state to state. But to be more specific, I would say it can be somewhere between $60,000 a year to $100,000 a year. Moving on to some other medical, but not so medical majors. Let's put it this way. If you want to make a positive impact on the healthcare field, but don't want to spend years after years studying and waiting for your career to finally begin, these majors would be ideal for you. Now, first on the list is health informatics. Now, this one is a thriving and expanding field. According to US Bureau of Labor Statistics, the number of jobs in this field is projected to grow twice as quickly as overall employment. Now, moving on to what is healthcare informatics. The coursework, I would say, is a combination of technology, healthcare, and management. So it's a bit of everything. So even in the case you decide to change your career path in the future, you're pretty much good to go, since you'll be having a fair background in all the major sectors like technology, healthcare, and of course management. To give a fair idea what kind of work health informatics graduates do, would be to make sure that the doctors have access to technology that allows them to take care of the patients. Another thing would be like analyzing data and creating data-driven solutions to help patients in their well-beings, basically. We talk about the average salary the health informatics graduates can earn. It changes depending on the fact that you hold an undergrad degree in health informatics or do you hold a master's degree. For example, if you've completed an undergrad degree in health informatics, the average salary could be somewhere around $60,000 a year. This definitely goes up when you hold a master's degree and you've earned more experience. Okay, so moving on to the last option that I have on my list. So the last option on the list is Health Information Management, also known as HIM. The reason why I chose this major to be on the list is again the same. The demand for the job roles is growing like crazy, and you can easily make over $100,000 a year. Now, if we talk about what kind of work they do, well, HIM professionals work closely with physicians and nurses to ensure that all the information related to health is accurately and like securely documented, and they make sure that every element that is critical and related to health information is well protected and like timely reported. This major not only gives you a thorough understanding of the healthcare industry, but it also gives you excellent business skills that you can use outside of the healthcare industry if you want to. You study every aspect of healthcare in addition to pre-med classes, so you learn how to improve the quality of healthcare law, how does healthcare insurance work, and how does billing work. It's less focused on the technicalities like health informatics, but it's more like covering on all bases. Now that brings us to the end of this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Until then, bye bye.